Greedy. Meg accused of forcing Harry to ask for £570,000 in court damages to offset Spotify deal lost. If Prince Harry wins his phone hacking claim against MGN, he'll have to thank a legal precedent set by an apprentice chimney sweep more than 300 years ago. The royal cases against the newspaper publisher ended on the Friday after a 7-week trial, with the prince asking the court to award him more than £440,000 in damages, potentially one of the biggest ever phone hacking settlements. The case relates to 33 articles published between 1996 and 2009 that Harry says must have been obtained illegally through intercepting voicemails or other illegal activity. The judge, who's expected to deliver his verdict in the autumn, could award additional aggravated damages if he finds in the prince's favor and then concludes the articles caused significant distress. The trial forced the world's media to re-examine the excess of the British tabloid newspapers, as well as the roles of the former Mirror editor Piers Morgan and the network of private investigators willing to do almost anything for an exclusive story. When Harry gave evidence earlier this month, he became the first royal in 130 years to appear in a witness box, describing how press intrusion destroyed his relationships and left him with bouts of depression and paranoia. He came close to tears, insisting there was a hard evidence he was illegally targeted by the Mirror journalist and would feel some injustice if he lost the case. Harry's challenge is that, during 2 months of legal debate, the court saw no conclusive proof that his mobile phone voicemails were intercepted by journalists working for the Daily Mirror, Sunday Mirror, or People. Invoices were produced showing that private investigators targeted the prince, though with one minor exception. The Mirror denies that necessarily showed they were acting legally. No journalist gave evidence to say that they hacked Harry's voicemails. No call data from the Mirror to Harry's mobile phone was found, even though it has been discovered in many comparable cases. No one admitted digging up illegal information on the prince. Instead, the main direct evidence that Harry was a victim of illegal activity by the Mirror is that his mobile number was in the personal organizer of one journalist, a number of call records to his friends, and sets of invoices to private investigators for research on the prince and his associates. Instead, his case is largely circumstantial, relying on the general culture at the Mirror's newspaper and the existence of mysteriously attributed information in articles about the prince. Both sides acknowledge that intrusive phone hacking of celebrities' voicemails was widespread at the Mirror's newspapers in the 2000s, and there is no dispute that the Mirror newspapers published many articles about the prince's private life, which he found very intrusive, but making the final jump that the Mirror's stories about Harry came from legal sources is harder. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may have lost their $20 million Spotify deal. However, they can still fall back on their Netflix cash. The royal pair are reportedly not parting ways with the streamer as long as they keep on producing relevant content. Harry and Markle had signed an estimated $100 million contract with Netflix back in 2021. A Netflix spokesperson recently told Entertainment Tonight that the bond with Archwell Productions is one they deeply value. Their exciting journey with them isn't ending anytime soon, they said. We're currently collaborating on numerous projects, including the much-anticipated documentary series Heart of Invictus.